guys, it's Erin. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to go over our current credit card debt progress review with you. Looking at my newly cleaned and organized cubby for my markers and whatnot, all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to lower you just a bit because I want to be able to zoom in more on my budget planner. So this has been housing all of my budget stuff, which is really nice to have everything in one place. It's really like a one-stop for me, and it keeps me feeling pretty organized. So all the printables that you see in this video are available on my Etsy shop in two different formats. They're available electronic via Word files. So the reason why I leave them in Word files and not PDFs is because when I send them to you, I would like you to have the ability to update the categories if you want to change anything around, or if you want to title it differently, whatever suits you. And they also come in sets that are already cut to size and hole punched for the Happy Planner. So I'm just mentioning that now because everything that you see here is available. So these are my budget, my weekly budget sheets. And then I'm going to go back here. These are my online income report sheets. But the reason we are here today is for some debt progress. So I'm going to choose, let's see what color. So I think I'm gonna go with this violet purple, and this colored pencil is just by Crayola. So I started out with the current credit card at $22,000, and we started with that in the springtime. And so we are currently in the month of October, and we have gotten our balance down all the way to $8,800. So I'm just gonna make some little coloration right there so I know how far I can color. So the last time I checked in with you guys was, looks like it was September 8th, and we were at $9,500. So a couple of things. Could we have gotten a little bit further if we wanted to? I think we could have. I think we could have done a little bit better, but that's on me. And the reason why we didn't is because I bought lots of stuff that, I don't know, I guess I just wanted to buy. Today is 10/14, so I'm gonna make that mark there. I got some new clothes for the fall, quite a few, and just things for around the house, and I don't know, we just did what we did. And I'm okay with that because we're still moving in the right direction. It's taking us a little bit longer, but we're still living life. And so I feel like that is kind of the happy medium that works for us. We paid our first debt off, which I'll talk about in a second. And honestly, it made us debt poor because every free cent that we had coming in or lying around, literally, I was putting on our debt. Now, it allowed us to pay off that debt really quickly, but at the same time, it was like we couldn't do anything. And so it just wasn't very much fun, or it wasn't very enjoyable. It was kind of stressful because I was so focused on the number. I was like, we gotta pay it off, pay it off, pay it off. I was driving myself crazy, and I can't even imagine how that made my husband feel. So I just don't want to be like that anymore. I think that slow and steady wins the race, but my personality is that kind of I don't know, that's kind of redundant, but my personality is to do things right now, right away, or don't do them at all. And I've been like that my entire life. If I go on a diet, I want to lose 50 pounds by next week. Otherwise, it's not worth it. If I start something, like if I start a hobby and whatever, it's like I want to be finished with whatever I'm doing. Now, I've gotten a lot better about that over the years. And I think some of that comes with age, some of it comes with wisdom, some of it comes with experience, you know, all those things combined. But patience is definitely a virtue, and it's something that I've had to work on. And so I think that while we are busy living life and doing things the best way that we can, we don't need to pay off $22,000 in 6 months. We just don't need to. And it's impossible. Like, we just can't. But what we can do is chip away at it until we reach the finish line. And what I'm really proud about is the fact that we haven't put anything additional on this card. We do use a credit card. We use our Discover card for any incidental purchases. So basically all that means is if I'm out somewhere and I don't have the cash on hand, or I know that I'll have it on payday, I will put something on our Discover card knowing full well that I need to pay that off the next payday, or at the very latest by the end of the month. And that's how we do it now. And that is what works for us as far as credit cards, period. I don't ever want to be in a situation like this again. It just was too much, and it was exhausting. So as you can see, I'm going to flip over to this page because this is the real stressor. Our two credit cards combined that we had debt on equaled $36,400. So the first card that we paid off we started around this time last year, and it took us until early spring to pay off $14,400. Now we put savings toward that, we put a bonus from work, we put tax money, we put everything we could toward that, and we got it down very, very quickly. So the next thing we had to do is chip away at this $22,000. So you're probably asking yourself, like, what did you spend to reach $36,400? It was a combination of things. We did a lot of things around our house. We put in air conditioning, and we did not have any ductwork in our house. So it wasn't the simple fact of buying an air conditioner. It was actually having home renovation and home remodelers come out and cut ductwork in to our entire home. And then after that, we ended up putting in 2 air conditioner units so it would be energy efficient, better for our bills and better for somebody who buys our house after us. So you can either cool down the whole house, you can cool down the downstairs, or you can cool down the upstairs. You have choices. So it's very energy efficient, and it works for us because we're not home all day. So anyway, so that was a huge expense. We had some other renovations that we did around the house, and then we just had some poor spending on my part. So that is how we landed with that huge situation. So right now, let me see where we are. All right, so let me see. I'm gonna go 36,400 minus 8,800, which is where we're at. So that means we've paid off $27,600 in the past year. So I want to make a little mark here, and I want to color in these squares. Well, actually, I should put the date there too. So let me put that in a different color. So I hope that you guys are following along, if you're interested anyway, in that my explanations and things like that do make sense to you, because it's a lot. I know that having debt is very burdensome, it's very stressful, causes a lot of problems in life, it causes a lot of problems physically, mentally, emotionally, and so it's not somewhere where anybody really needs or wants to be. But you can handle it, you can get it under control, and you can get your life back on track. So all you need to do is have a plan, note your situation and your funds, and make sure that you start tracking everything in a notebook. You don't have to have a happy planner, you don't have to have anything. You can just go to Walmart and buy a 99-cent spiral bound notebook and get your life in order. You just need to have some kind of system that you're following, because if you don't have a plan, you can basically plan to fail, which is something I think that is on a lot of coffee mugs. What is that saying? Basically, if you don't plan to whatever, you can plan to fail. Exactly what I just said. So yeah, that's my best advice to you. Anyone who's, overwhelmed or feeling stressed or anything, hand it over to God or to your higher power, and make yourself a plan and stick to it. Like I said, slow and steady wins the race. That's another old adage, and it's true. I mean, we've been repeating these things for eons because they're true. So anyways, here's where we're at. We've paid off $27,600, and we have all the way down here to this little marginized squares down here that don't even fit the page because I screwed up. But anyways, so that's when we're finished, and hopefully that'll be sometime maybe early next year, maybe by next summer. I don't know, I'm not worried about it. I know that we will get there, and I know in the meantime we are just doing our best, and we are just living life. So thanks guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this update. I really enjoyed doing it. I think that it makes me feel more motivated when I can check off some progress and color in some of these squares. I just wanted to update you, and I will be back very shortly with an weekly with a weekly income budget video for you. So I hope you guys are doing well. If you haven't tuned into my Vlogtober, please feel free to check out that playlist. And I'm doing lots of giveaways, and it's very fun, and it just makes it all that much more enjoyable for the fall season. So I will see you guys next time. Take care.